Tottenham 4, Newcastle United 1. And absolutely, I mean, not really much to say about this fixture besides the domination from Spurs. They really, really, really just managed to keep Newcastle at bay. And that isn't to say that that's necessarily super impressive. Newcastle has a ton of injuries. They have this Champions League match midweek against AC Milan. And I mean, the shot disparity is really what I'm going to drive home here. 23 shots from Spurs, 8 from Newcastle. 12 shots on target from Spurs, 2 from Newcastle. Absolutely just destroyed. 702 touches to 584. Just all in all, this fixture was kind of just like, I mean, when you look at it on paper, Newcastle were lacking a lot of depth. They were lacking a lot of experience. They were lacking some of their star signings. We know they're without Tonali still. We know that the likes of Botman have knee injuries. We know that, this current iteration, this season's iteration of Newcastle is going to be a little weighed down by some of this baggage that is just around the club, being that the injury crisis or the Tonali suspension or just a general kind of almost difficulty to adjust to the pace of the European competition with the restraint that they have shown in the transfer market thus far. Admittedly, Newcastle have spent a ton of money, but they haven't gone buck wild with the spending thus far. So, quick recap. 26th minute, we saw Son absolutely torch Kieran Trippier. Heung-min Son, one-on-one with Trippier, just driving in. Trippier, he was on his tippy toes. There was a moment in the fixture before this goal where Lascelles had tried to control the ball from like a chipped free kick. It got the better of him. It went out for a goal kick. He couldn't stop himself and he ran into the ad board, hitting his hip. That might not seem like that big of a deal, but for the Udogie goal, the first goal, he was, in fact, the first person there that could have stopped or broken up that pass. But he didn't even like step forward to it. He just couldn't. He almost started holding his hip afterwards. And clearly that impacted him. Not to say that that's an excuse, but Tottenham were the better side up until that point. And then we saw Son assist again, a goal to Richarlison. And then Richarlison scored again in the 60th minute after Pedro Porro assisted him. And finally, we saw Son go one-on-one with Dubravka, who honestly had a really rough game. No offense to him. He is their backup. With the fact that Nick Pope is out for, 4 or 5 months, they are basically without their starting goalie until the end of the season. Dubravka had another mare during the Richarlison goal. He rushed out and then fell to ground when Richarlison just slided past him. Son, though, was going one-on-one. Not really one-on-one with a goal. He was out to the left a little bit. And then, effectively, Dubravka just took him down. He tried to rush out to catch it, and Son just took it past him and took Son out, and it was a penalty. But all in all, Joelinton, he got a consolation goal. He has more goals against Tottenham than any other side in the Premier League. He has 4 against them, I think. So, fun fact there. Callum Wilson with the assist. I don't know. This could have been like a 6, 7, 8-0 if some of the shots just were like a little better. It was honestly like and Newcastle grew into the game a bit, but not in terms of creativity. They just kind of were able to hold on to the ball a bit more and retain possession, not really progress it and not really create anything. Tottenham will be very satisfied with this win. They, were just on 5, matches played without a single win, and now they've gotten that win against a pretty worthy adversary in Newcastle United, who, let's see how Newcastle's run-in has been so far. I want to see if they have any. Cause for concern with this fixture list coming in. Very quickly, take a look. Next matches to play. So AC Milan at home in the Champions League. Pretty big fixture for Newcastle. They'll hope to win that. But maybe they don't. If they draw, they still get Europa League. They need the win. And let's see. They need the win and for PSG or Dortmund to draw or drop points. Dortmund winning would be best case scenario, and then them beating AC Milan. But beyond that, they have Fulham in the league, Chelsea in the EFL Cup, Luton away in the league, tough fixture, Nottingham Forest at home, Liverpool at Anfield on first. You know, it's Sunderland in the FA Cup, January 6th. Then it's City at home, Villa away, Luton at home, Nottingham Forest away. Yeah, it's going to be a tough run in. This next, even the next few matches after this, Newcastle will look to bounce back, but we'll see how they do. They have a lot of injuries. They have the injury to Nick Pope as well. That is probably the most devastating one. But besides all that, let me know what you thought of this fixture. Like the video if you enjoyed, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you thought of everything, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I'm Sideline Sedo. Peace.